Today, we're diving into a cool and unique challenge that will really push your creative boundaries, coloring an illustration using only pink markers. The page I'm coloring today is a bear in a mushroom forest from my new coloring book called Comfy Friends, available on Amazon. Yep, you heard that right. We're going to explore the world of monochromatic art and see just how much we can do with a single color. So grab your favorite pink markers and let's get started. Picture this, you're sitting in your cozy little art corner surrounded by all your cozy supplies. Life's good, right? But there's a little voice in your head saying, what if we try something different? That's where our pink marker adventure begins. Now, I know what you're thinking, Chantel, why on earth would I limit myself to just one color? But trust me, working with a single hue can be incredibly freeing, and the creative experience is so much fun. Plus, there's something almost magical about how much you can achieve with just one color. It's like stepping into a whole new world of artistic possibilities. So, you take that first brave step, you put away all your other colors and grab just your pinks. It might feel a little bit strange at first, like you're venturing into uncharted territory, but that's okay. That's where the magic happens. As you start sketching and shading with your pinks, you'll begin to notice something amazing happen. You're not just using one color, you're creating a whole spectrum of pinks. Light, dark, intense, subtle. Suddenly you're seeing pink in a whole new light, pun intended. The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll get. You'll start to understand how to use different shades of pink to create depth, texture, and even the illusion of other colors. It's like you're speaking a new language, but instead of words, you're using pinks. And then it hits you. Aha! That's your aha moment when you realize that you've unlocked a whole new skill set. You're creating stunning, monochromatic pieces that have a unique, eye-catching quality. You found what you were looking for, a fresh perspective and a new way to express your creativity. But here's the thing, this newfound skill comes at a price. You might find yourself spending hours perfecting your pink skills. You might even dream in pink for a while, but trust me, it's worth it. Comment the word pink in the comments below if you agree. Now, let's dive into some specific tips and techniques to help you make the most of your pink marker adventure, whether you're coloring your own images or if you're using a coloring book like me. So the first thing is to choose the right pinks. Start by selecting a range of pink markers. You want to have a light, medium, and dark shades. This will give you the flexibility to create depth and contrast in your work. Remember, the key to great monochromatic art is mastering values. Layering is your best friend. Don't be afraid to layer your pinks. Start with light shades first and gradually build up to darker ones. This technique will help you create smooth transitions and richness to your work. It's like building a pink sandwich. Each layer adds more flavor. Embrace the negative space. While the white of your paper is your friend in this challenge, use it strategically to create highlights and add contrast to your pink shades. Sometimes you don't want color, but sometimes you do. It's really important. So think about light and dark. Experiment with textures as well. Try different brush strokes and techniques with your markers. Cross-hatching, stippling, flicking, blending, it can all create interesting textures to your pink creations. It's like being a chef, but instead of ingredients, you're mixing techniques. Play with perspective. Use your range of pink to create the illusion of depth. Lighter pinks can make objects appear further away, while darker pinks bring things to the foreground. It's like magic, but with markers. Don't forget about composition. Just because you're using one color doesn't mean you can neglect composition. In fact, it becomes even more important. Use your pinks to guide the viewer's eye around your piece. Think of it as choreographing a dance, but instead of moving your body, it's shades of pink. Practice, practice, practice. Like any skill, mastering the art of pink marker coloring takes time. Don't get discouraged if your first attempts don't look how you imagined. Keep it up. Every stroke is a step towards improvement. Remember, this challenge isn't about creating a perfect pink masterpiece on your first try. It's about exploring, learning, growing as an artist. Every pink coloring page and sketch you create is a step towards an artistic journey. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. In fact, embrace them. Those happy accidents often lead to the most interesting and unique pieces. Maybe a smudge becomes a cloud, or an unintended dark spot turns into a shadow. Let your imagination run wild with the pinkness. Now, I know there might be times when you feel stuck or frustrated, but that's normal. We all have those moments. When that happens, take a step back, look at your work from a distance. Sometimes a little perspective, both literally and figuratively, can help you see your piece in a new light. And don't forget, art is subjective. What matters most is that you're exploring, learning, and expressing yourself. Your pink marker creations are unique to you, and that's what makes them special. As we wrap up this pink marker journey, I want you to remember these few points. Embrace the challenge. I really enjoyed working on this because the limitation really helped me to boost my creativity in unexpected ways. It's important to focus on values. The key to great monochromatic art is mastering light and shadow. Experiment with techniques. Layering, textures, and negative space are tools to creating compelling pink art. And practice regularly. Like any skill, it takes time to master, but every pink coloring page is a progress. Apply what you learn. The skills you develop here will enhance your art, not just with pink coloring pages, but with all of your art. Most importantly, have fun with it. Art should be enjoyable even when it's challenging. So go ahead, get those pink markers out and start creating. Who knows? You might just discover a whole new pink period in your artistic journey. So what do you say? Ready to try out pink and create some amazing monochromatic art? Grab those markers and let's make some pink magic happen. Trust me, once you start, you won't want to stop. It's addictive and a rewarding challenge that will transform the way you see and create art. So I've really enjoyed this challenge. If you would like to grab a copy of my coloring book, click the link in the description to check it out so that you can test out doing monochromatic art on some coloring pages. It's a lot less pressure. And if you're someone who wants to learn even more about improving your coloring, watch my next video where I cover how to improve your coloring with one simple trick.